There you go. Thanks, honey. Good morning again. Happy Saturday. We're so happy to have you here. We are
Patrick.
And I'm Sherry, and
Hi.
we are your hosts for this morning. And we are so excited to be here to share another Super Saturday with you all. This morning, our guide is going to be someone from our team, and her name is Alex LaRoda. For those that don't know her, she's very shy, so you have to talk to her so that she can break out of that barrier so that we can have a great time of interaction and just working together as a team, guys. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about her. She is a travel nurse. We met her through 3 referrals down. So this is why it's important to refer. So 6 months ago, we didn't know each other, and now she's been to our house. She spent the night at our house. She's gone to Cabo with us. We love our community. Only in Optavia, we have such a beautiful exchange where you meet people and they become family, spend the night at your house and go to events with you. And not only that, in Cabo, Patrick married her and now her husband. Isn't that beautiful? Lots of wonderful things happen when we come together in community. We find that we are more alike than we are different. Anyway, we're so excited because it's been 6 months and she's hit her first goal weight, guys. Woohoo! Or go like this, right? And what I love about her is that I feel like she's one of my sisters. I'm from a large family, just easy to work with and so coachable. And I think it was her second week in her integration call. And she said, she says, you know what, I want to do this. And I was like, okay, so we don't have to sell anything. All we do is just lead people through Dr.A's transformational system. And it's a no-brainer. So without further ado, if you want to participate, and I know you will, just raise your little emoji hands. Let's keep our shares at a minimum because we want everyone to participate. If this is your first time on Book Club today, can you just go like this so we'll know? Patrick said put a 1 in the chat, or you could just go like this. If this is your first time ever on Book Club, lift your hands up so we'll know you are new. Any newbies? Any newbies?
Put a 1 in the chat. Let's put a 1 in there. We know that it's your first time, and welcome for the first time.
Yes,
Ruthie.
I see Ruthie. Yes.
Welcome to the family.
Yes. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, if you're a first timer, don't be scared. We're not going to let you sing or dance. But we just want everyone to participate. So without no further ado, we welcome as your guide today, Mrs. Alex LaRoda. It's on you, Alex.
All right. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Patrick. Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Alex. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm going to do my best. Hopefully, I won't trip over myself. I'm glad to be here. We're going to be coming out of course, the Habit of Health book 2.5. Just the second part, which correlates with element 15. I just wanted to start off on page 242, just talking about getting ready to shop. And I know everybody has to shop at some point. So grocery shop, once a week, once a month, something like that. So we all can, I think we all can, we all understand what's going on here. So let's see. Dr.A says, and I'm not going to read word for word. I'm just going to say a couple of things and then give a couple of tips. Today's supermarkets can be confusing places with far too many choices. Before you head out to the store, here are a couple guidelines to steer you towards foods that promote health and away from those that lead to disease. So one thing he says is fresh is better than frozen or canned foods. And I find that so true. Also, that all fresh foods aren't the best fresh. So when you think about fresh, you might want to think about locally grown produce, trying to go to places like that. Also, like a farmer's market where foods aren't sitting on the shelf and waiting to be shipped to these large chain grocery stores, and also maybe Whole Foods. Those are you know, just better, might be better choices than going in just to a regular Walmart or wherever you might be in your area. Also, I wanted to mention, if in the Habit of Health book, on the page 243, he says, if you're going organic, look for the 9s. I didn't know what that meant. I was like, what's the 9s? I had never heard of that. So if anybody's like me, he says, check your PUL, the price lookup code. And then that is the 4 or 5-digit number on the small sticker on your produce, whatever that might be that you're buying. And if the code has 4 digits, it's conventional. So you might want to look at something else, meaning that it's been grown and they might use pesticides or other artificial fertilizers or additives. So if the code has 5 digits and begins with the number 9, that means it's organic. I don't know if anybody knew that, but I didn't know that. So I'm just going to ask a question. Anyone who would like to share their experiences from maybe then and now, when they used to go grocery shopping before they started on program until now, how does it, what are you, how does it feel getting ready to go grocery shopping? Anybody like to share any experiences? Anybody?
Oh, hey, this is Michelle. I raised my hand, but I'll lower it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
No, that's fine. One of the things that I found, oops, everything's opening on my Zoom, sorry. One of the things that I found I do more is I spend more time on the outside of the store than on the in the middle part. And what I mean by that is like I go through, you know, the lunch meats, the cheeses, the eggs, the dairy, the meats, and then the veggies. I don't spend as much time in the middle because there really isn't a lot of things that is going to serve me other than maybe my coffee or possibly some of my sugar-free like dressings or anything like that. So that I noticed that more about myself. And as I was started on program 3 years ago, I probably spent a lot of time in the middle. So that's just one of the things as I go shopping that I spend more time on the outside.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for sharing that. That was actually one of my tips too, but thank you. All right, Yolanda.
Okay, so I just want to share, yeah, when I read that, that's the first thing I always do now when I do go to the grocery store. And yeah, look for the 9s. And so especially if Mike and I are shopping together, because he's always in a hurry. So I have to yell down the aisle, check the number. If it's not, put it back if it's not. Because sometimes even in the organic aisle, things may be misplaced. And so don't trust that just because it's there that, it's accurate. So you do have to look at all the labels and read everything for sure. But yeah, that's what I love. The hardest part is when you utilize, it is better to go yourself. I know the delivery grocery thing is awesome. And I had to use that, especially when I'm babysitting my grandson. But so that's a hard part because you can't trust who's picking for you. So, but the other thing is it gets us out there in public and communicating and approaching the people next to us shopping, right? And, so that would be a good tip, like that practice approaching people when you're shopping.
Thank you, Yolanda. That's a good tip for me because I don't think when I go to the grocery store, I'm kind of like your husband. I like to get in and I like to get out. I don't like to, even when if I'm just going clothes shopping or shopping for the day, I'm in and out of a store. If it's too much, I get like, okay, I got to get out of here. But that's a good tip to try to be more open and maybe meet somebody and we can share the word. So thank you for that. Allison?
Hey guys, good morning. I think in regards to this section, the biggest change I saw, we've always gotten veggies and whatnot, and we do spend time in the middle aisles because we have little kids and there's some things that we still grab, but we do pay way more attention to lower sugar and stuff like that. But for us, I think what I realized is that because of how many veggies we eat, we are saving money because I look back at the amount of times that, I went shopping and, got all the produce and whatnot, loaded up the produce drawers in our fridge. And then even though we eat some, I can't tell you the amount of times that I would look in and, the zucchini is soft, or, the celery is like waving back and forth, and then we would have to throw it away, or like bell peppers and stuff like that. And now, we're in that mindset. And of course, I love veggies and we eat a lot of veggies. Now it's like looking through the drawer. All right, what can I make to get rid of all these veggies? I'm way more conscious about making sure I use them rather than having to toss them. So that was a huge difference in as far as like our grocery bill and not wasting and stuff like that.
Mhm. Thank you, Allison. I was guilty of that as well. I would buy stuff and then, well, I'm shopping on the other aisles too. So when I look in the refrigerator, I'm like, what can I have? And I'm not choosing the healthy. So by the time I got to it, I'm like, oh, it's not any good anymore. So that's one good thing. And it helps cut down on the grocery bill as well. Not looking at those things. Anybody else got anything else they'd like to share? Thomas?
Yeah, having a list. That's something that's definitely changed for me. No more freewheeling at the grocery store. So when I have a list and I know what I want to cook and things like that, I definitely stay a lot more healthy and things like that and on track. So my lean and greens are good with the list.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm guilty some still. I still go to the grocery store and I don't have my list, but I am more, I don't go, I've created that habit now where I'm like, I'm looking for certain things, but that's an awesome tip to have a list, absolutely. Anthony?
It's Adrian.
Oh, Adrian, hi.
Hi. I wanted to say I do what Michelle does as far as I find myself, I'm only going to the outside because it's just meat and veggies that I'm buying. And it's not really a tip, but I noticed that prior to getting healthy, I never looked at the back of anything. I mean, it was just got it, went, whatever I wanted and so forth. And now I look at everything. And even when I'm like, oh, I want something sweet, well, I'll look at the back of it and say, oh my gosh, it's got that much sugar in it. I don't want that, So that helps, reading the back and seeing what is really in there.
Yeah. And for those of you that are similar to me, I'm a creature of habit. Mm-hmm. And so I know the veggies that I like. And so I got my 6 go-to. And so shopping is real easy for me. I know the 6 I want, go get that, and I'm out of there. So that's my tip.
All right, thank you, Anthony. I can say that I look at the back. I used to always look at the back of things, but if it said 15 grams of sugar, I was like, oh, that's not bad. But now even if I'm buying something low calorie, sugar-free dressing or something, sometimes the calories in it might be a little bit too much. Like instead of 10 or 15 calories is 60 or 90. And then I'll say, well, maybe I won't get that. That's just a little higher in calories than I want. So now that's helped me with that. Anybody else would like to say anything on that?
Hi, you guys. Just want to pipe in real quick. One of the things that I've learned is that fresh is always tastes better. Like farmers market stuff may taste a whole lot better than the stuff that's been sitting in the store. And Dr.A talks about that in the book about freshness of the foods that we're eating, right? Farmers market, a great place. These people are typically more health conscious. It'd be a great place to meet people. Now that we're out on page 242, I think it is at the bottom of the page, he talks about going to farmers market and getting fresh grown produce because they taste so much better. Because I'm not a vegetable guy per se, but if it tastes good, I'll eat it. So just think about those things as you're going out shopping. focus on fresh versus the frozen piece. And it may cost you a little bit more, but I mean, what's the cost to your health, right? So really think about that going forward. That's it.
Thank you. Monica?
Hey guys, so a lot of conversation, great conversation about the produce being fresh. I also encourage you, if you are in an area or you can find somebody local, I'm lucky because I live in the Midwest, but somebody local who is farm raising their own meat, and you can, for example, my husband has a connection, and so the beef that we do eat, it is always fresh slaughtered and raised, they were raised healthily. We know the source of that meat. So if you also have the opportunity through your farmers markets or through your communities to be able to source your meat that way as well, and avoid all that bad stuff, the antibiotics and the question mark of whatever's in the meat that we consume, right? Then try to go that way as well.
Thank you, Monica. That's actually a great idea. A lot of people, I know we don't do it often, a lot of people like to go get slaughtered and some kind of a cow or something slaughtered and use that meat throughout the winter times or whatever times, but a great idea. Any other, okay, Yesi and Chris. Did I say that right? I'm sorry if I messed it up.
Yesi and Chris, come on.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
It's Chris right now, so I had to walk.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Good morning. Yeah, no, I love this topic about shopping, and me and my wife Yesi, we've been on this journey for a couple years now, and we've learned a lot. And these Saturday calls are great just to get in tune with the community and just remind us of the things that we read in our books. But I was just gonna comment on grocery shopping. I remember I was a bargain hunter, and I was always trying to get the best deal, feeding my family, and it's just like kind of ingrained in me. But now that I have more awareness, I look at foods differently. And when you're shopping, like organic produce is gonna be more expensive. And that would deter me just before, because I was like, oh, I don't want to pay twice as much for a vegetable. But now I look at it and you're really buying quality. What you put in is what you get out of it. And if you're putting junk in your body, you're gonna feel like junk. So that's one of the things that really awakened me, is really paying attention to the labels, like some of you mentioned, educating yourself, like knowing what the fat content and the protein and how many carbohydrates or sugars and that effect is going to have on our body. And picking one ingredient over another, one salad dressing over another, because you could look at the back and see exactly like if you know what you're looking for. So I just wanted to stress that. But also people are mentioning farmers market. Me and my family, we go on Saturdays, we try to go and support local business, but we also look for fresh ingredients versus products that are grown with, who knows what conditions. Like I know I could trust that local farm that is down the street, but who knows these mass production of whatever. And I learned that tip too, like the labels that you mentioned with the organic versus the pesticides. Like that's something that I kind of forgot about. So yeah, just looking for that in the grocery stores. But overall, I guess I'm just saying, yes, sometimes eating healthier is more expensive, but it's going to pay off in the long run versus getting all these diseases and all these other things that is really going to be detrimental to our health in the long run. So just wanted to share that thought.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. I just wanted to share the last couple, which we already hit on a couple of the other things, was staying along the outer edges of the outer aisles of the store where the produce and fish and fresh, more healthier foods are. Also having your food list going when you go into the grocery store, and also I don't know who's guilty of this. I know I am, but never go shopping when you're hungry. Because when you go shopping, when you're hungry, everything's good. It's getting thrown in there, and you get back home and you're like, what in the world? Why did I buy this? Well, and then I don't know if anybody ever experienced still going. Well, I did before I started program. I'd go grocery shopping, get home, put everything up, and I'd say, oh, I want something. And I keep walking back and forth to the refrigerator and be like, there's nothing in here. What in the world did I buy? So that's just a little something. Just either pop a fuel in your mouth or something. Eat a half of your lean and green or whatever you have, but don't go in the grocery store hungry. Anybody else have anything else they'd like to share? Anybody? On page, I'm jumping over to the life book in element 15 on page 311. It says, I just wanted to read this one quick little paragraph at the top, a habit of health, choosing nutrient rich foods. And it's just saying my healthy eating strategy, which is Dr. A's healthy eating strategy, ensures that you get nearly 100% of your calories from high quality nutrient packed low calorie meals and whole foods. Eating this way helps you feel pleasantly satisfied, protects you from the onslaught of nutritional pollution, and supports your goals of optimal health. So if we could just stay on path and keep eating and choosing the more healthier items, then we'll all be able to say that we're in receiving our optimal health. Anybody else want to share anything? Want to say anything about that?
I will. I didn't raise my hand, but
oh, hi Yolanda.
But that paragraph I'm going to utilize in my next health assessment because that's a nice brief packed paragraph that explains our fuelings so well. So
that's what I thought about the fuelings when you're eating the fuelings, but I know well, I think most of the people, even if you've optimized, they eat a few, a couple fuelings. I haven't optimized, but so I'm on the 5-in-1, I do the fueling. So I felt I thought that was talking to me, like, that's so true. I feel that way when I'm eating my fuelings and having my lean and green. So I think that was an awesome paragraph. Anybody else like anything else to say? We're getting close to time. I think we have 1 minute and I have to turn over to Patrick and Sherry. And this one last thing I wanted to say was, it says, oh, that's my time. Functional foods have particular health benefits that enhance your meals and move you towards optimal health. They're nutrient dense, calorie friendly, and contain healthy fiber. Dysfunctional foods rob you of your health and promote disease. They're energy dense, nutrient poor, and usually over processed. So let's not go for the processed foods. Let's stay fresh and healthy. Thank you. Sherry, Patrick.
That was so awesome. Can we all go like this? See? It wasn't that scary, was it? And I'm encouraging all clients, and I love that Dr. A is the only expert here, and all we do is guide through his system. And I really think as coaches as well, for those that are not coaches yet, as coaches, here's what's beautiful about this whole transformation system. We just serve as guides. Everything we need. He was the 10th board certified in critical care. He was the valedictorian of his medical school. So this guy is smart. And just wanted to say kudos to you, Coach Alex. And I love the fact that although she is an OR nurse, I was waiting for her to share that part that she said, you want to pipe back in about nutrition? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about nutrition. Everything I chose before program, I was wrong. So, it wasn't doing me justice.
And I wanted to share that because a lot of times we as clients, those are clients, and I know we had one newbie here, we think this is a mindset, guys. I can't share this with anyone because I don't know all of this. That's why we come together. And what the beauty of us coming together is that all we do is guide through what's been already given to us. We don't have to be rocket scientists to figure it out, right? So I love that the win calls too earlier, from Monday through Saturdays. It's a 15-minute call, and there's someone guiding us through the life book. And it's all done for us. If you haven't been on a win call, guys, it's 15 minutes, and it's inspiring and it's encouraging. It drives us to our life book because that's really where transformation begins. And Patrick was saying it's twice a day. It's in the morning at 7 a.m. Well, it depends on the coast that you're on, and then it repeats again in the evening if you missed it. So what Optavia has done is that every point of failure, they have eliminated it by us coming together. That's why we're here, guys. This is behavioral, because most of us know what to do, but left to ourselves, we don't do it. So even though 2.5 choosing wisely, Dr. A's color-coded system, this is education. And this is mindsets, because so many have said that my husband is the type, I don't know who said it, he's in and out. He's in and out like the burger. He doesn't like to shop, nothing. So what this does now, it educates us so that we are choosing wisely. And I know Thanksgiving is coming up, and guess what? This is the time of the year. Most people gain from 7 to 15 pounds. Who else needs to be in this community, guys? Who else needs to say like us, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about these things. I didn't think about making a list. I didn't think about not going to the supermarket hungry. So this optimal health, I love how Coach Alex said, and I wanted to share, I guess I'm stealing her thunder a little bit. There's a lot of things she didn't share, but I think she's gonna continue to share from now on. But anyway, she, with her being an OR nurse, guys, she wasn't able to hit that 2 to 3 hours with her feelings. So, and I'm sharing this to give you hope. Initially, she was not feeling it. But it's a mindset. So what we had to do, we had to work with strategy to now employ. So that's how she was able to lose her first 50 pounds. She could have said, you know what, I can't do this. And I wanted to encourage everyone that this is about you and what you want. And if you say you want optimal health, then what are you willing to give up so that all or nothing mindset, I can't do this, I'm in the OR room, or say, you know what? I'm willing to trust the process. We put some strategy in where she had to double up on her meals. And then even after she came out of a case, she had to double up again, drink that water, move her body. And guys, we're so excited for her. And we're excited for all of you because you chose to be here this Saturday. And I just want to close out with this functional food. Okay, functional foods versus dysfunctional foods. Alex just said that. And once we start to just really choose wisely and just follow the system, everything is here for us to win. So you might say, well, I'm not in optimization yet, but this 2.5, it helps us to really hunker down. And I think it was Yolanda that said it, and Alex took us to page 15 about choosing those 311 on the life book, choosing those nutrient rich foods. We can do that on the 5-in-1 if you're just beginning. We can start employing that now, and it's a win. So let's continue to win. Thank you guys so much for hopping on, sharing your Saturdays with us. Thank you for empowering us, Coach Alex, Coach Anthony last week. Invite someone next week as the holidays is upon us. People are going to be making choices about food. Let's help them to say yes to optimal health and really pay this forward, and let's get the world healthy, one healthy habit at a time. God bless you, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.